This is Kulali and her owner Garth. Garth was a successful engineer who started building Kulali as his final life project. Unfortunately, Garth never got to see her finished. I've been lucky enough to take the challenge on of completing her build and one day to sail her around the world. Similar to Garth, I'm a passionate engineer who loves to know how things work and how to build things. Join me on this journey to bring Garth's dream to life. This is Sailing Kulali.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Sailing Kulali, day 12 probably? No, more like 13. So it's been a long time since this starter motor has been working. A bit of a story behind that one. But today it's going to be about installing this motor back into the motor and hopefully getting it started. So thanks so much for subscribing and let's see what happens. So this is the story behind this motor. This electric motor started, it was on the engine. On day one of Sailing Kulali, we tried starting it. It didn't start, just clicked. And that was using a tiny little battery, small battery. After that, we tried with a bigger battery and it still just clicked. It didn't start over. And then what I did was I took it home and I disassembled the solenoid and the starter motor, and the solenoid worked, but the starter motor didn't turn around. And this is at home on a small battery. And then what happened was I bought a new starter motor, but that hasn't arrived yet. So then I gave this starter motor to a friend actually, a friend Dave. And Dave tested the starter motor and he said it's perfectly fine. I took it home and I tried it on the small battery again, but it didn't work. And then I was like, holy shit, was it that it was because of the battery? So I tried it on the big battery and it worked. That was a bit disappointing. Today we're going to try and see whether it starts. So the first step of all of this will be to put the transmission back on to the into the motor, and then after that it will be to put the starter motor back in and wire everything up and then try again what we tried on day 3. I'll put some grease in there into the so it's all good. Bit of grease, kin chrome grease. So I just got a bit excited. I just realized that there's still a gasket on the transmission, so I'm going to grind that off real quick. All this stuff is really, really bad gasket material and it needs to be taken off. So let's do it. The surface is clean now, so now I'm going to put a bead of RTV, or whatever you call it, that sealant, gasket maker, and then connect it up to the engine. Alright, so I'm going to use this RTV silicone that I got a few months ago, or a month ago. You might be wondering, how is this still okay, even though it's been open from a month ago? Well, there's a trick. You keep this in the freezer and it doesn't set. There you go. Thank me later. Alright, so the gasket material's on. I've let it set for a tiny little bit. Not my prettiest work. And then we're going to try and align this nice and neatly. There we go, Bill. So what's amazing is all these bolts are different sizes, but luckily I numbered each one like a month ago. So on the actual motor I've put 1 there, so I know that number 1 goes there, or here, sorry, here, and then it goes 2, 3, 4 around. So that's really, really helpful. So that's number 1. Number uno in there. That's great. There she is, ready to accept the starter motor.
Alright, so the motor's all hooked up to the car battery. There it is, there it is. Alright, here we go. Will it crank over? Please, crank over. Please. Oh! Why? No good. I'm just going to try and not short circuit, just give power to the positive on the solenoid and see what happens. Technically, this should kick over. Oh! Oh! Turned over, turned over, turned over! Okay. So because it turned over, it must be no power going to that solenoid positive. Okay, this is the electrical diagram. So there's no power going to the starter, whatever you call it, the solenoid positive, which is this line here. So it's the blue line going to this 4-1, blue line keeps going to the glow plug. Cool. Let's have a little bit more of a think. Alright, so what I think is happening is when you go to turn this on, power is definitely coming out of there and feeding this light, but it's not feeding this blue cable. So I just realized that this switch has, like, you can push it in like that. I'm not sure if that's got anything to do with it. Oh, there's another bit you can go down. Look. This could be it. So you can, so what I've been doing is turning that and going like that. But look at this. If you go in, so wait, hold on, we go there, and that's, you can go to there. But if you push in, you can go even further. That must be it. Let's try it. Alright, test 2. With the key. Yes. Hi, my name's David.
Hi, I'm David, and I'm here illegally.
Don't say that.
Let's restart again.
Just wait for it to start coming out.
Yeah. That's pretty good flow. Yeah?
I think so.
Happy? We're all happy?
We're about to start the motor for the first time.
And give it a bit of time to warm up?
Yeah, that should be the glow plugs.
Yeah.
And then you go in and across. Is it going to be loud?
Yeah.
Start there. Don't burn out the starter motor.
Do a bit more pumping.
Something smells like, what do you call it?
Oil?
Nah, cut it.
Alright.
You can do it, glow plug. 10 seconds there. Alright, so we had to purge the system. So all the air is out of the fuel pump, out of the fuel filter. We use that breather, so the only air should be through here now. There's smoke.
Yeah, just give it, I'll just give it a moment for the starter to stay cool. That's pretty close. 3, 2, 1.
Do you reckon I should hold this like...
He wants to. He wants to.
Do you reckon? I haven't heard. Maybe longer on the glow plugs? I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the one. The fuel would have settled, the air would have turned out. Let's go. Let's go, Mr.
Come
Sabb.
on the lock, Kulali. I'll just give it some glow plug time.
Oh, more fuel? Wait, hold on. While you're doing that, let me just put a priming.
Ready?
Get. It's definitely closer. I like
Yeah,
it.
so your legs just got to start the bastard straight.
Maybe. Hey, you wouldn't have start your bastard, would you? Oh, what's it called? Cono cleaner.
You should have some contact lens. Alright. Ready?
Yeah, go.
Oh! What was that?
Pull the air filter off.
Oh.
It has got oil in it, eh? There's another air out. There's just starting to bubble here, so the pump's full of air.
Oh, okay.
Okay, go on.
Oh, yeah. Why is it only coming out one?